Get on it. Done.
Okay, so now that we got this little microphone thing on my camera, we're going to talk about some things today. I know I talked about this before in my vlog, before, it's probably like a year or two ago, but we're going to talk about today how to properly save money on going to tournaments. So this video is for like more so the new people that go to tournaments. They always want to know, how do I go, what do I need to do, and how much do I need to save? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you some tips. Make sure you register early. We're gonna go ahead and get that out the way. The reason why I say we get that out the way, because you want to make sure you got that paid. You don't want to be that person that's paying last minute, emergency registers, and then you get put in a death bracket full of all the people who didn't register on time. So with that said, I will advise you to pay for that early. Second thing that we're going to talk about is how you're going to get there. Room and board. You're traveling, room and board. What I do is, whenever I decide to go back to a tournament again, I will always try to room with my friends. That is the most cheapest, effective way to save money. Or if you're like me, you have a friend named Shelton that stays in Texas, I just stay at his crib when I go to a tournament in Texas. How you doing, Shelton? What you do is, you get a pool of people, about 4 or 5 people, and you all just put your money together and divide it 4 ways or 5 ways or however many people is in the room. You can save money that way. I've done that plenty of times. And me, I don't care. I'm from, I grew up in the hood. I grew up with a whole bunch of cousins. I don't care sleeping on the floor at a hotel. I don't care. Just give me a pillow and cover. I'm good. You always want to make sure that right there is taken care of. You having a place to stay when you go into a tournament. So there can be no misconfusion as to when you get down there. Now you're wondering, you're stranded. You're pretty much homeless at a tournament for 2 to 3 days and you don't know where you're going to sleep. So you don't want to be in that situation. Unfortunately, that did happen to me at one tournament. It was a miscommunication and I was pissed. But shout out to Chris G. You already know why I'm saying shout out from the last Frosty Frosting that I went to. But moving along. You get to these tournaments, right? You always want to wonder, like, what do you wear at tournaments? Like, I've seen people go to tournaments looking flashy, try to look sweet, wearing the new Jordans, wearing all that shit. Like, bro, you got to understand. You're going to be on your feet for at least 3 days, long hours. You may be sitting a couple times, some of the time, but you want to make sure you want to be as comfortable as possible. So what I recommend is what people wear. You don't even gotta look sweet. You just come there to bust some ass. So you can go ahead and wear some jogging pants. For shoes, I would not recommend you that you wear a pair of Air Jordans. Yeezy boots, I mean, that's cool. You can wear the boots, Adidas boots. I recommend that because that is a comfortable shoe. Because I have a pair now. I can actually contest to the comfortability of the shoe. However, you don't want to run those down for a 3-day event unless you're like punk and you can just buy anything you want to buy. You should find you a shoe that's just comfortable. A shoe that I would recommend on my list is going to be a shoe that I'm going to wear for the wedding season. Is going to be the Nike Renew Run. I will post a link down in the description so you can check that out. We're going to go ahead and now that we got off with the shoes, we didn't got off with your paying, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back to you paying. How are you getting to the tournament? Another problem that people have is that they always want to you can get your own room. I mean, that's cool, you have your own peace of mind, but again, would you want to pay damn near $800 for a 3-day weekend? And when you could have just saved less and just room with your buddies, unless you got some on the floor that night, you want your privacy. I understand that, but come on, man, we have fighting game events. We don't want to sit here and, you want to save some money. I'm just going to be honest. You want to save some money. What I do is I normally hit up my friends who are going to the tournament as well. And if possible, if someone's driving, you squad up. Rule of thumb of what I go by, if I ride with you, I'm going to room with you as well. So that way all the payments can be combined into one, rather you getting there and you're like, oh, I gotta catch up with such and such. I gotta give them my, you know, portion of the room. You don't wanna do that. So you typically wanna ride with someone that has a room and that's offering, you know, space for the room, for, you know, for their room, and, you know, go about it that way. Some people don't do it like how I do it. Like if I was to get a room and I was driving, I did this for Frosty Fawson's one year. I literally drove in my car, my personal car, and I told them, you know, pretty much, hey, I need $15 to there and $15 back. So that's $30 for gas total. And I don't even count the tolls, you know, because going from Detroit to Chicago, you got to pay the bridge, toll, shit, all that stuff. So you wanna incorporate that as well. And just because you are the driver, you should not be excluded from paying for any of these things. You should be paying as well, because when I was driving, I did pay for it as well. So it was $30 a piece per person to and from. And the reason why I said $30 at the time is because gas was not cheap, and of course I was driving a V8 engine. So yeah, you want to make sure all that is paid for. You want to make sure all that is out the way. You want to make sure that you have your tournament paid for, your you know, your entries, you know, the games that you're entering. You want to make sure you got a way to get there. You want to make sure you got a place to stay. And then now I'm gonna take y'all with me because we're about to go to the store because I gotta get some food for my dog, and we'll talk about some more stuff. All right. Let's go. So, we are at Walmart, right? And the one thing that I said that I was going to show you guys is things that you're going to need when you go to these tournaments. And I'm going to start off by saying you guys avoid this aisle at any Wawa, Walmart, Meijer, Target, ever. There's one thing I can say in the FGC, people be stanking, dog. And what I mean by that, like they don't wash their ass. What I'm going to recommend is the first thing that I think y'all should always buy is damn deodorant. This deodorant costs $4 and it lasts you for at least 24 hours. I started using this because I started to get a irritating reaction when I was using it, and so I stopped using it. It's Old Spice, yeah. So Old Spice, y'all need to hit me up because like I stopped using y'all shit because my underarms getting irritated by y'all product. This is the one thing that y'all mofos do not use at tournaments. There's no way that you should be at an event for 3 days and you smelling like musty. You know what I'm saying? You are musty. How? I don't understand this. How did no one ever tell you that when you go out to these events that you should be, make sure you smell fresh? Another thing is, y'all don't even brush your teeth. Y'all need to invest into some toothpaste, toothbrush, all this shit. You see on the back of the wall, that's the where the, you know, Listerine right here, Listerine and everything. Mouthwash, invest in it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in these people's faces smelling like had that halitosis breath going off, you know, just stanking. You know what I'm saying? It's just not cool. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I recommend that y'all also buy is hand sanitizer. This is the #1 reason why people, when they come from tournaments, they end up getting the FGC virus. That's what they call it. You know, you go to this tournament, you're there for 2 to 3 days, and then when you leave, all of a sudden you having flu-like symptoms, and now you sick as hell because you've been shaking hands with dirty motherfuckers. Sorry, that's just what it is. Y'all need to start taking better care of yourself when y'all go to these events. Another product you can eat, it's like a vitamin C pill. I forgot what it's called, but we'll go to that aisle. I'll show you exactly what it is, and you can actually eat those for the whole weekend just to keep your immune system up. So let's go ahead and go to that next section over there. Yeah, man, y'all need to invest in that. These are clutch. If you don't want to use a toothbrush or toothpaste, you can invest in those. And it comes with like 24.
Can we have a manager over to jewelry, please? A manager over to jewelry.
Okay. So like you can invest in those, 24 of them. So if you rooming up with a whole bunch of people, they can brush their teeth as well on the go. You know what I'm saying? This also, the Listerine tabs. You can take those, or if you want to spray yourself, you know, spray your mouth, you know, spray your mouth so you can smell good. Now, even though when you get to these hotels, they already have like their complimentary, you know, body wash, soap, you know, water and everything, but I recommend that y'all bring your own stuff, man. You know what you want to smell like when you go to these events, you know what I'm saying? Buy your stuff, you know what I'm saying? Buy your own, you know, your spray, you know, it don't matter, you're not spray, but your body wash. If you like Irish Spring, buy the Irish Spring. If you like Old Spice, buy the Old Spice. If you like Dove, get the Dove. You know what I'm saying? It should not make an excuse for y'all to be smelling like that at events. Another thing what I was telling you about, you want to invest in Airborne. It's that vitamin C shit. You know, it helps your immune system, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, for people who don't want to shake hands, you know, you shake hands with everybody. Man, I recommend that y'all get this stuff, man. Like Airborne, you either got the, you know, the original, you got the vitamin C, the orange, or you got the strawberry. I recommend that y'all get this stuff, or you can go with the, you know, the Walmart brand. You know what I'm saying? But I recommend that you know, pay the extra $2. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go with that. So, and then, you know, you can always you know, get the Haws. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep yourself healthy, man. Like, that's all I ask. You know, if you feel like you're getting sick, man, go ahead and get that, you know, get that. I think I should get this and do a review on it. Okay, so I'm gonna get some food for my dog. I don't know what food to get him because he's normally used to eat like dog food, but I don't know the brand. So I'm gonna normally my wife gets this food, but I'm gonna get it today. And then we'll go off that. Okay, so I did say I was gonna get this last time. I figured he likes to eat, and I figured a little small pup, small dog. So we're gonna get him one of these. We're gonna get him a container like this. Go get him one of these. Hopefully this one ain't. Alright. That way, you know, when we're not in the house, he hungry, he gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? You know, can't starve dog, you know what I'm saying? Can't starve dog. Let's find one that I didn't drop. So yeah. Alright. So we'll go with that. We'll go with this. And then next, the dogs love water. I hope this ain't 20 bucks. But I'm looking at it. I see $19.95. But I hope this ain't 20 bucks. We're gonna have to find a price scanner. So let's go ahead and find a price scanner. All right, so we have taken a trip to Walmart and we're gonna go home, and I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for this vlog for today. But I hope that you guys, you know, make smarter choices when going to these tournaments instead of thinking that you gotta cash out always on a room. You know what I'm saying? Work together, save some money, you know, save that money. Cause all that money that you save can go towards a new arcade stick or go towards, you know, eventually you know, investing in yourself. You know, if you want to do stream, you can buy streaming equipment, saving all that money. You shouldn't be spending $1,000 going to a tournament. But that's just my opinion on it. Hopefully this microphone muff thing works. If not, I tried. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. See y'all in the next video. Peace.